Good morning!
I started my walk today expecting it to be short and sweet. Little did I know I'd encounter a surprise in Grimaldo, so I had to change my plans and walk an additional 11 miles. It's okay, I survived. In this video, I also give my thoughts on what every female pilgrim traveling alone should know. Come join me on my walk on the Camino Via de la Plata.
It is Saturday and I am on my way to Grimaldo. It's a short walk today, only about 6 or 7 miles. So it's good because this is my second day of walking and I kind of want to ease into it. The other pilgrims, most of them left earlier, much earlier than I did. And that's probably because they already have their trail legs. I don't really have my trail legs yet, so I don't want to be dying on the trail. There is a variant, I guess, on this particular trail leaving town. Let me show it to you. I am that little blue dot and the trail is the yellow line. And so what I did was I went up and over this mountain. Sorry. And I'm just about ready to go down the hill and meet up with the what's on the Buen Camino app. Anyway, it's a really lovely day to be walking. It's kind of chilly, probably in the 60s. I am walking through what looked like old farmland because I see evidence of agriculture here, but it's all overgrown with this type of bush. These flowers are gorgeous, but they're very sticky. And then these little purple ones too. They're just so sweet. So I made a little stop here on the side of the trail to kind of give you my thoughts on what I would tell a solo female pilgrim starting out for the first time. This is not an exhaustive list. This is just things off the top of my head. I just thought it was time that I finally started talking about being a female pilgrim. I haven't done this before, so here we go. The first thing I would say is plan your itinerary in advance and share it with somebody. That gives you a little bit of peace of mind when you're out there all alone by yourself. I share my location with my family members at all times. They know where I'm at. I can't get away with anything. But, you know, if you have an Apple phone, you can share your location. I don't know if you can do it with other phones, but share your location with somebody. You can always retract it later. It's a good idea because then you know, like somebody always knows where you're at. You know, if you fail to show up somewhere or something like that. It just is a little bit of peace of mind. Pack light. That is like the number one thing for women. I just have definitely seen this. I've done it myself. You don't need makeup. You don't need a hair dryer. You don't need curling iron. Even if those you think are your luxury items, you don't need them. Trust me, on mile number 11, you are going to be going through your backpack thinking, what can I send home? You only need 3 pairs of clothes. That's it. 2 shoes. Most of the time you don't need any bedding, you don't need any sheets or quilts or anything like that. You need very little makeup, very little skincare, sunscreen maybe, and a hat, but all of the rest of the stuff, leave it at home. Definitely try to shoot for the 10% or less rule when packing your backpack at home, because things like water and food, they weigh a lot, and those aren't considered part of the original 10% when you do your weight back at home. Another thing is learn basic Spanish phrases like, I need a reservation, or can you help me? Where is the bathroom? Where are you from? You need to know how to call a taxi, those sorts of things. Just very basic Spanish phrases. The truth of the matter is you're going to be traveling, if you're on the French route, you'll be fine. There's English everywhere. But if you're anywhere else, there's a lot of places where there's no English. So either get really familiar with how to use Google Translate or one of the translating apps, or just learn some very basic phrases. I'm lost. I'm trying to think of other ones that I need a table for one. Can I have a beer? Yeah, I'm just trying to think of all of the phrases that I use from time to time. You know, you can always carry a dummy wallet. I carry 2 wallets, basically. This is my secret. It's no longer a secret now. I carry one in my bum bag and one in my backpack. I keep money in both. I figure if one gets lost or stolen, I always have the other one. So yeah, don't put all your money in one place. I guess I would say that. And finally, you know, I would talk about being assertive with people, trusting your gut. If you're with another pilgrim and you're not feeling great vibes, you don't have to walk with them. You don't have to eat with them. You don't have to have a conversation with them. You can just walk away. You can act like you're busy. You can pretend like you got a phone call. There's nothing wrong with it. You'll never see him again. You know, so this is your walk. This is your Camino. And so if you're feeling at all unsafe or unsure about this person that you're getting to know, then don't. You don't need to, hola, you don't need to engage with them at all. So practice assertiveness, draw some boundaries, and that will help you back at home too, with people in your life back at home. Trust your gut with people. I've been super fortunate. I've had very few encounters with people here where I felt kind of icky vibes. For the most part, the locals, everybody I felt, you know, I've never had a problem. With any of the Spaniards here, I've never had a problem. Some of the pilgrims kind of creep me out from time to time, but you know, that's another story. And then finally, what I would say is really enjoy yourself. This is such a wonderful thing to be doing. Obviously, I love doing this. I love Spain. I think Spain is one of the safest places, other than Japan. I think it's an extremely safe place for women to be traveling alone. I highly recommend traveling alone as a female. I'm married. I'm happily married. I love traveling with my husband, and I love traveling alone. There's something that I get out of both forms of travel. So, you know, experience the world. You have one life, and this is it. And so break out of your shell if you're in a shell, and get out there and see things. And you'll discover things about yourself that you never knew existed, just like I have. All right, well, that's it for now. I don't want to ramble on. I can certainly ramble on for hours about this kind of thing, but that's all off the top of my head, sitting on the side of a trail that I have to offer for now. All right, a couple more miles and I'll be in Grimaldo. Okay, bye.
So I got myself a little bit off trail. The road that I was walking on, I didn't realize it, but I was supposed to take like another trail. It wasn't marked at all. So it's having me walk on the side of a road, a busy road, and there are 2 police officers up ahead. So I really hope I don't get ticketed for this. We'll see. Is not actually on the Camino. I've had to get off of the trail and walk along the side of the street. It's got an extremely narrow shoulder, so needless to say, I'm mildly nervous. I always get nervous when I have to walk on roads. Fortunately, I don't have much farther to go, so I'll be there pretty soon. Well, that was a first.
I got to the municipal albergue here in Grimaldo, and it just had like the strangest vibe. It was kind of creepy. I mean, that's just me. I don't want to speak negatively, but it was kind of dirty, smelly. The lady there was certainly very nice, but I was like, I'm gonna spend the next half a day here. Like, it didn't feel right. So I am walking to Galisteo now. It's going to be a 5-hour walk, and it's noon right now. I'm pretty sure I can do it no problem because the weather is cooperating. Now, if it were super hot, I wouldn't be able to do this. So, all right, here we go. The adventure never ends. Well, I've gone 2 hours and I have 3 more to go. It's a little hard to tell like exactly how many more miles I have. Probably another 7 or 8. I really don't know. I'm a little bush, if I'm completely honest, but I still have a lot of reserves left, and I've got a lot of food left. So that's the main thing. I got a lot of food. I've got an Aquafina. I've got another bottle of water, and then I think I have about, I want to say, maybe another 500 cc's, 500 liters, half to a full liter. Sorry, I'm talking nursing talk in my delirium. But anyway, I called ahead to the albergue and I tried to explain to her that I'm not coming tomorrow, I'm coming today. And she was like, no problema. So that's good. That's one less thing to worry about. I'm giving myself periodic rests, although, you know, my nature is to just charge on. I think it's probably the best thing to do to take a break every now and then. So I'll make it. I'm sure I will. Cross my fingers. I am walking through a field of wildflowers and it's just glorious. It's so beautiful. The butterflies are out in full force right now. It's just lovely. Yay! Okay, well, that is the end of my day. All totaled up, I walked 18.15 miles, which was basically 11 more than I had originally set out to. But it ended up being fine. I rolled in about 5:30, did my laundry, took a shower, and had dinner. Dinner tonight consisted of steak, fries, salad, and a beer. So all of that for €14. There's nothing to complain about there. Anyway, tomorrow I'm off to Carcaboso, and it should be a nice day because it's only 7 miles, 7, 8 miles, which is definitely something that I need right now because I'm definitely feeling today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.